Hello everybody and welcome back to the best of 2024. We are kickstarting the series, you guys, and as promised in my last hair care video, we are going to be starting off with the best hair growth serum. Now this year was all about hair care. It was about, fitness and well-being and just taking care of your skin, your body, your hair, your entire well-being basically. So that was primary focus in 2024. For me, to be honest, more than my skincare, it was a hair journey. So I wanted to show you exactly what worked for me, and I definitely will be doing the best hair care. So I didn't want the videos to be extremely lengthy, so that is why I have segregated. In today's video, it's just going to be my top hair growth serums because I have tried literally most of it, and I'm not kidding, okay? My hair growth serum journey started in the year 2023. I discovered a little few months before that, pharma brands that had minoxidil. That was because I was suffering through severe hair loss, severe hair fall, and that happens during, your postpartum and hormonal changes, and I had put on weight. There were so many things that happened in my life, and I started getting bald patches, and I was really, really worried, you guys. I discovered from 2023 until now, I discovered some really good brands. I give it about 2 months to see if it works or not. There were a few that within 3 weeks of using it, I started losing a lot more hair than usual. There was that tingling sensation, itchiness in the scalp. So all the reviews I'm about to give you, how I have tried it is by using it on me and various family members. My friends in Dubai, all of them had got a bottle or two of each, and for the last 2 years they have been able to give me exactly what worked, what didn't work, and more or less we all are in the same page out here. One has got curly hair, the other one has got fine hair. Let's start with the first one, but before I do, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and don't forget to follow me at Shweta Naya, which is my Instagram account. I just help you shop better. And don't forget to come back for the next series, which is the best hair care products, shampoos, conditioners, the whole nine. Let's begin. Okay, let's start off with the one in the 8th position right now. And please keep in mind that more or less half of the hair growth serum, I would say, does consist of this ingredient called Redensyl. Now, Redensyl is something that is very well studied. It is a proper hair growth factor out here. It just helps in promoting that, basically helping those hair follicles to get a little more stronger. I prefer that ingredient more than minoxidil. Now, I have always stated, like I mentioned in my last video, if you've got severe hair fall that nothing is working for you, check with your trichologist, which is a doctor of scalp and hair health, and also check with your dermatologist. They'll be able to tell you exactly what's going on, and they'll also find out the root cause problem, which they'll make you do a blood test, another very important factor. So let's begin one with which I absolutely love. I have finished 2 bottles of it, but I am not going to buy my 3rd one till I finish everything else that I have in stash, and that's only because it is mighty expensive. It definitely is going to put a hole in your pocket, but does it work? Yes, it does. I'm talking about Kerastase Genesis anti-hairfall hair serum, which is absolutely beautiful for 5,000 rupees. It really burns a hole in your pocket. But what I have noticed about this hair serum is it is not for promoting basically that baby hair or whatever. What it really does is it strengthens the hair follicle. So please understand that with all hair serums, when you're trying it out, probably you would experience hair shedding, and that's only because your hair is it's like a cycle, you guys. When baby hair is forming, when it's growing, when it's sprouting on your scalp, what happens is all the hair that is really weak and that is, your fine thin hair starts to break off, and you probably will experience the old hair shedding, which could scare you. So please do not be scared. Be patient. Patience has to be a virtue with a hair growth serum. It's not going to give you instant gratification, but in the long run, use it every day. Start off with twice a week, then gradually increase it to 3 times a week, and then probably 4 times, and then every day, morning, evening. The more you use it, the more it's going to benefit you. It's got a jelly-like texture. It's got ginger root extract, and that is what makes the hair follicles stay very, very strong. Like I mentioned, this is not like, basically you're not going to see major baby hair forming, but it makes your hair follicles a lot more stronger. conditioner, and the existing hair that you have, it definitely, you know, just makes it maintains it in such a way. This is also another maintenance sort of a hair growth serum, but I absolutely love Kerastase, you guys. I would have put it in my top 5, and the only reason it's not there is because it is mighty expensive, and for a hair growth serum which you need to use every day, it really pinches you, it pinches the pocket, and I wish that, you know, they go on a discount, which Kerastase never does, unless, you know, Nykaa has a sale, and it is available at Nykaa right now. It is a #1 hair serum for a reason, for all good reason. It works. All right, let's move on to the next one that made it to the list, and that is the Plum one. This is the Plum Rosemary Redensyl hair growth serum. I love the fact that besides biocapel, besides you know, Redensyl and the usual ingredients that this hair growth serum has, it also has rosemary extract, and it is such a, you know, rosemary is catching on the trend, whether you believe in the effects of rosemary, because it's got a very, it's like a 50-50 kind of a debate. You know, some people don't believe in the effects of rosemary, and chemists, you know, well researched, scientific backed researchers also do not like rosemary, and there are many people who have tried rosemary and it has worked with them. I know my friend who is in love with rosemary. My mother's in love with rosemary. You can definitely try a hair growth serum that has got rosemary extract in it, and this one has it all, you guys. Again, lightweight, a pleasure to work around with it. You can definitely apply this on your scalp in the morning, you can apply it at night. You don't have to wash it off unless you are somebody who doesn't like any sort of residue on the scalp. Then you can wash it off. If you're gymming, you can wash it off. But it's a stunning hair growth serum from Plum. I think they have done a great job out here, and this definitely deserves the love and the praise. It, again, for me, after around the second bottle is when I started to notice, you know, growth right here on my, you know, on the nape area. I started noticing that. Now let's move on to the next, and that is the Pilgrim. This is the Redensyl and Anagain Advanced Hair Growth Serum, a bestseller for all the right reason. This is something that everybody loves. When I spoke about Wishcare, when I was testing out Wishcare, I know when my video went viral, this was one of the hair growth serum that kept on being mentioned repeatedly. Everyone was like, you need to try Pilgrim, you need to try. I tried it. It is beautiful, worth the hype. It is a lovely hair growth serum that gives you really faster result. Again, extremely lightweight. It you know, just promotes hair growth. This is just not a maintenance sort of thing. This is also preventive hair growth serum. So if you want, you know, new baby hair, you want to prevent hair fall, then again, this is a fantastic option, you guys. Really, really lovely. And definitely this is something better than the Kerastase anti-hairfall. That is why this has come above the Genesis one. Both are beautiful hair serums, but this also helps with that baby hair. We're moving on to the next one, and that is from Inde Wild, a brand that I am loving. I'm loving everything about Inde Wild right now, you guys. I think when it comes to their hair products, that is, you know, their trump card. So their hair oil, I have spoken about it for months and years that I absolutely love the Inde Wild. The moment they launched it, you guys, I have told you that it's a very lightweight oil, and it is fantastic for everyday use, doesn't weigh your hair down. And actually their scalp serum is really, really beautiful. Not many people are talking about this, and they should be, because again, it's a beautiful lightweight scalp serum that also promotes, you know, your baby hair. This also is for people who just want to maintain the strength of their hair. Again, the scalp serum is something that you will thoroughly enjoy. I have noticed, and my mother uses this a lot more because she's got beautiful long strong hair, and for maintenance wise she uses this. Again, much better than the Genesis one from Kerastase, but you know, it's basically all subjective, isn't it, which brand that you want to support. But I absolutely love the scalp serum from Inde Wild. I think they have done a beautiful job out here, beautiful packaging at the same time, and it does the trick. So that is why I had to include this. Like I mentioned, not many people are talking about it, but they should, because it is really, really lovely. It's got rosemary also, another thing. I'll explain why my top one really worked for me in detail a little later. But the Moonlight scalp serum definitely deserves to be mentioned out here because it is really, truly lovely. Now in the third position is a hair growth serum not many people have spoken about. I bet most of y'all, maybe a few of y'all, must have heard about this, but I don't think a lot of people more and more should. And this is from Bare Anatomy. Guys, this is the advanced hair growth serum, and this has got 3% Redensyl, 4% Anagain, 3% bicarpal and 1% capilla. You know, it's so lovely that I started noticing, you know, baby hair kind of like in the 2 months mark, you know. So I was quite surprised at how fast this one works, and I just noticed this is a little heavier than the usual hair growth serum, alright? So please keep that in mind. You probably won't enjoy the texture of it as much, though, you know, it has that water texture. There's also that little bit of that sticky, slight stickiness to it, so you probably will have to wash it off. But whenever I apply this, I don't wash it off. It's not something that really troubles me. I can use a dry shampoo. But guys, what a beautiful hair growth serum. It definitely sprouts those baby hair. It makes your hair also stronger, and if you're looking out for, you know, something that is not spoken about by many content creators, because I know all of this many content creators have worked, and it's because it works, you guys. But if you're looking out for a brand that is known for their hair products, because I know my sister absolutely loves this. She loves Bare Anatomy. She uses that in Dubai, and I really feel that this deserves a lot more praise than it's getting, okay? Because this is one very underrated, you know, it's like a quiet street cat, you know, the one that actually packs a punch. It is actually this. So if you're looking out for something new, you don't want to try out any of the usual hair care brand that, you know, people on social media are talking about, then try this one from Bare Anatomy. It is really, really good. Now, in the second place, actually, I would say that the first and the second place is it's on the same par, you guys. I cannot choose either or. Second and first place goes to, well, you guessed it, the first place goes to Wishcare hair growth serum, and the second place goes to The Ordinary. This is the multi-peptide serum, and oh boy, these two in combination, I mean, these two are such a beautiful duo. They just do something in boosting that hair growth, and like how it just pumps up that baby hair. It kind of like, you know, works on the hair follicles. It just makes it stronger. You know, the growth that is happening also is not like, you know, thin down fine hair. It is a nice strong hair that leaves a little bit of shine. I'm talking about combination of Wishcare and the, you know, multi-peptide from The Ordinary together, okay? So sometimes I will just first apply the multi-peptide, give it a nice massage on my scalp with the scalp massager, the silicone one, and leave it on for 10 minutes, and then I will spritz this where I need extra help, you know, where I want extra growth. I will spritz this, you guys, and it just helps. There are times when I just use a derma roller right here on my hairline, and then I will do the same thing, leave it on for around 10 minutes, and then before sleeping I would just spritz about 2 or 3 pumps of this, because again with Wishcare, it is a fantastic hair growth serum, but it requires a lot more quantity, quite less, isn't it, unless you buy it during the sale time. I always look out for a sale. Nykaa's always on sale, and I stock up on this. But the Ordinary hair serum, it's a lot more concentrated, and it's got various ingredients that most of the hair growth serum doesn't have. It's also got caffeine. So I always notice that when you use a tret, a retinol or retinol, much before you use any hair growth serum, so take any of your retinol, take your retinol, take your tret, or, you know, after you get your doctor's prescription, or you take caffeine based solutions, and you just, you know, like your eye cream that has got caffeine in it, and you apply that onto the scalp, especially after a derma roller, and then you apply hair growth serum. It's going to pump it up. It's going to like boost the efficacy of your hair growth serum, you guys. And I did notice that with this, because it's got caffeine out here as its first ingredient, I guess that is why. And it's a multi-peptide serum. Peptides are fantastic for your hair as well, just like it is for your skin. It just helps. It's a beautiful, beautiful hair serum. It is a bestseller for all the right reason. When it goes on a sale, pick it up, you guys. And if this has not been helping you, because there have been 2 or 3 comments that said this didn't help me much, pair it with a hair growth serum that has got Redensyl, and then you will see how your hair is going to thank you for it. It just gets stronger. You suddenly start to see that baby hair, especially when you straighten your hair and it just comes up. And I love it. I just absolutely love it that after styling I can see that baby hair sprouting up, because it just makes me happy. It just shows new hair growth, you know. So yeah, this and this would be in the number one position. I'm actually putting it in number one position, but if I have to, you know, just differentiate between the two, then this comes in the second position, and my number one position is the Wishcare hair growth serum. There's not a single person who hasn't loved it. You know, I would say that around out of 10, maybe, you know, I would say 80% of people have found faster result with this. Again, because it's an expensive product, people just give up with, you know, within the first bottle because it's slightly expensive, and then they shift to another one and they think like, hey, it did not work for me. There are few people who just use one bottle and experience hair shedding, like I mentioned, and that's because, you know, when new growth happens, like I mentioned before, the old hair is going to shed away, and they think that it is because of this hair growth serum. Guys, this is a bestseller for all the right reason. I cannot tell you how well it has worked on my sister, my cousins, my brother. I mean, there's age no bar out here. Of course, above the age of 10, I would say that if your child is suffering from major hair loss, probably you can go for safer methods like this instead of a minoxidil. That is why all the hair growth serums that I have mentioned are also safe and effective for people who are breastfeeding and pregnancy safe, but still double check with your doctor. This also has got biotin, this has also got caffeine, so that is why together they are a match made in heaven. In fact, if you are not a Wishcare hair growth serum sort of fan and you want to try something new, then try your hair density thing along with the Bare Anatomy, or try this one with your Pilgrims. I promise you, if you're using this together, you are going to see incredible results. Okay, so these are my top hair growth serums of 2024. I hope you found this video to be extremely helpful. Love to read all of your feedback in the comment section. Please come back for the next best of series. I love you guys so much, and until later, bye for now.